Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Strategy Guide, where we show you how to get strategic victories and tactical victories in your favorite video games.
And we are back right after the last one. And now, just going to expand. I guess I'm going to have to go back into this territory. In the way to capture these 5, I would have to do that without having to split them up. I would have had to either gone over a territory that I already been to and whatnot. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, get a little bit of a bigger foothold on mainland, such as here and up here. Right now, we're just pretty much focusing on this like imaginary line that goes right from one at the very tip of like Australia all the way straight down through these string of islands and down to Australia in like the Indonesian area and all those areas down there, which I now have control over. Midway, I could go for that. Do I need to though? Nah. Now, in this one, I would say in this particular area, or this particular, map, there's so many territories and whatnot, that, it will take a pretty long time to get to, getting all these territories. Because we're playing domination, this is not supremacy. Because I want to show you the full playthrough. Supremacy is just like, take out most of an empire, then their leader, the last 3 territories remain loyal to you, and they keep paying you money until you end relations with them, or someone else decides to. Now, or until they say end relations with you, or you end relations with them, and whatnot, and so forth. But you don't need to take out every territory, you just need to take out every territory occupied by other civilizations, as far as I know, or other kingdoms. But, another thing is that, as far as I know, you could also hold elections and get victories that way by being recognized as the most powerful nation. Although, you have to conquer a lot more than... you have to have a lot more territories than what is the minimum required to hold elections. Those are just ways to end... those are just ways that every like 10 turns or so, that you can get to end wars or start wars without really having to worry about a loss of happiness or that much of a toll on happiness as you would with everything else. So, distribute money and fertility festivals nationwide don't cost as much. As your empire gets bigger, though, of course, it's going to cost more and more. So, now that we're done focusing on that, let's go and get another 100. Now what I'm going to do is send 50 here. I'm going to get 50 here. I'm going to send 50 here. And I'm going to get my last 50 units to go here. The sun just declared war, but it really wasn't with us, so I don't really does not matter to me. Now, I'm gonna be honest, when I play this, which I'm playing with AIs because online games are limited by amount of time, and I need time to explain all this, and 5 minutes just probably isn't enough. So, I'm gonna make some stuff simple and clear here. In these territories, this one's not a border territory, but I'm going to send these down here to claim this. But these 2 nations here, or this one and this one over here, are eventually going to collide and go to war with each other. I don't know why, but within like maybe the next 20 turns, I have a feeling that's going to happen. I'm going to request peace, not an alliance, and I'm pretty much going to request peace for people who are in Europe, who are pretty much anyone in Europe or North or South America, because I don't want to be directly involved or pulled into their wars. That pulls me away from all the way from over here where I'm doing my own thing. Okay. Now we're getting to the point where I should have at least 50 units per border. Although if you see here, these houses are small on the map, and I do not even have enough troops in order to hold something like that. But maybe now that I activated a fertility festival, maybe so. Okay, I guess not. But we're at peace with these guys, so we don't really have to worry about that. I could just send a naval fleet there if I have to. Remember what I said about one of these two nations, or one of these three nations going to war with each other? I'm pretty sure I was right when I called this, and I just said it like last turn. Now I'm gonna have to pick my enemy. I'm either gonna have to choose my ally or a guy I'm at peace with. Now, I'm gonna lose less happiness if I declare war on a guy I've been at peace with compared to a guy I've been an ally with. And of course, I'm gonna probably lose more happiness the better off we are friends or the longer we've been allies and so forth. Same thing with peace treaties. So, on that note, what do? Well, I can't really quite arm this border here to the extent that I wish it would be armed. But I have a solution for that. And if you are ever in a situation where you cannot get enough troops, like, to be built on a border territory, don't worry about it. The only thing you need to worry about is finding a territory next to it that you can spend troops on and then send it there. There'll be more like reinforcements that will join up in that area after a battle happens, and you usually don't do this unless you're running low on troops and you need troops as soon as possible. So what I'm going to do is send these ones here. This does cost a lot more command. You have to spend a lot of more action points or command points, as I prefer to call them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to enact a fertility festival. Did I enact one here? No, I don't think so. Now, you can distribute money every turn, but per territory, I think it's once every 6 turns for fertility festivals. Now, I'm pretty sure, though, that you can enact a fertility festival nationwide under this, which we know can happen, but I'm pretty sure you can also do that to each individual nation, or not individual nation, but each individual territory at the same time, like within the same amount of time as everyone else. Okay, so 68. 68's there. I'm gonna pretty much spend some time building up my armies. Now, this is something I can't quite help them with, which is they've declared war on the Zimbabwe's. The Song Dynasty has done that. I'm allied with them, but I can't quite do that because I don't have any territories there. Okay, now they asked me to join this war with them. And you wanna know what? I'm gonna do that. So, if I go and check this, I'm now at a ceasefire, because that's what happens after you end a peace treaty or an alliance. You automatically go into ceasefire mode before you can attack them. Which means I'm now freely to engage these guys, and I can declare war on them if I so wish. Now, the only downside to this is that if I declare war, I'm going to have to attack them, but I can't quite also defend up in the northern area, as I don't get a lot of troops from, because I can't buy a lot of troops from any of those territories up there. So my best option is to attack from the bottom where I have a foothold in Asia, move up north to like the Russian area, or what would be modern day Russia, as this is taking place in medieval times, and go from there. Now, another thing is that if you look at this territory borders these two which I own, borders that which is an enemy, and borders this which is a water area. So I don't have to worry about spending more troops to defend this area. I can just buy troops here and support this area and keep it well defended, because this area does not border any enemy territories, or would not if I were able to take this out. Which therefore this becomes a free territory that I own that doesn't have to be armed because it doesn't border them. Although if I were to lose that territory I just attacked, that'd be the case. Now, my ally just got a bunch of territory, and I want to talk about that. He apparently captured their leader. Now, it'd be nice if I could have that as well. I could probably do that because they probably wouldn't see it coming if I was to attack them. But I'm not sure if I want to do that, because now they just put a big block in my way of being able to defend them, of being their ally, because I want to get some of this territory, and now I can't because of this. So what I'm going to have to do, I don't want to do this, but what I'm going to do is arm all of these areas. I'm going to make these fallback points where we make our last stand on the mainland if I have to. These areas will be fortified. Cost 70 coins every single time that we want to do this. So that will be a bit of a problem to some extent, okay? Now, I'm not declaring war on them. I'm just canceling my relations with them. Now, the Song Dynasty, of course, took a big leap and got ahead of me because of this. But I think their king or leader was somewhere about there. So what I'm going to do, and notice I don't have a guard tower. That's not an option at the moment. So I'll see where this takes me. Now this is what I'm talking about. I went to negative because my net income is this plus 197, but I went a little bit into negative because our output usually is somewhat directly affected, not somewhat indirectly affected, I should say, by our happiness. But now that it's gone up, I should start making more money. As you guys can see there. I want to get 3 more. Make this exactly that. Okay. Now I'm going to attack them, because they have territory that I want, that I could have taken away from the person that we were at war with. But you know what? That was my plan all along, and they ruined it. So now I have to sort of attack them. Songhai's defeated Jerusalem. I go to war with them. I take out that and taking out a lot of their army. Okay. So, as you guys can see here, I cannot buy any more troops as I'm low on money. But they're probably going to move their king somewhere else. And I'm in negative in terms of cash again. So I'm just going to wait out this turn. And I'm pretty much just waiting out this turn as well. And I'm still not earning anything. Holy crap. I'm going to move 100 there. 100 here. Move 100 here. Pretty much just increasing my general foothold on this area. More territory means more money. So what I'm going to do now, this territory keeps getting attacked, so I'm going to move all of these troops up to here. Because if I take this over, this will be a new border. And then I can reinforce this by buying as many troops as I can. Which is not a lot, but that's because I'm limited on the low amount of money. But now that I have more territory, I should be making a little bit more. Okay, 20 there. So far, I think we're good. Right now, I don't have 100 to arm a new border if I were to attack. Wait, I guess right here. If I can move here, yeah, I guess that would be fine. So, now I seem to be expanding away from this imaginary line that I did. So pretty much what I plan on doing, this imaginary line that I've established right through this area, I'm going to expand all the way to the left of it and keep going until I meet back up with it again. Not sure where to go next. But definitely here's a hint that we were attacked there. And that maybe I should do something about that. Okay. So at this point, aside from just expanding, you're going to have to keep focusing on a war of expansion, but also protection, as you gotta protect your borders. You're at war with one of my... Nope. I'm going to not ignore that one. Okay. I'm gonna send 43 units that way. I'm going to move these units here, and I'm going to move them down and try to pretty much get more... Pretty much just reinforce everything. Although here, I'm going to move these here. Next turn when I have the funds to disembark. And we'll move from there. Because, right now I'm going to, like, launch a campaign... like down here, to sort of like show them that I can attack them on multiple fronts, to sort of like make them divide up their troops so that they're not all focused at the north, easing the amount of force that they'll put there, and allowing me to get stuff done up there a little bit easier. But guys, I think I'm gonna have to end this episode of Strategy Guide here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, taking the time to leave any comments, questions, or feedback for me in the comments section down below would be highly appreciated, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye!